Paris, France has recorded more than coronavirus infections in a single day for the first time in the pandemic, and COVID-19 hospitalizations have doubled over the past month, as the fast-spreading Omicron variant complicates the French government's efforts to stave off a new lockdown. More than 1 in 100 people in the Paris region have tested positive in the past week, according to the regional health service. Most new infections are linked to the Omicron variant, which government experts predict will be dominant in France in the coming days. Omicron is already dominant in Britain, right across the Channel. Meanwhile, a surge in Delta variant infections in recent months is pushing up hospital admissions in France, and putting intensive care units, ICUs, under strain again over the Christmas holidays. More than people in France with the virus died over the past week, bringing the country's overall death toll to more than. President Emmanuel Macron's government is holding emergency meetings Monday to discuss the next steps in tackling the virus. Some scientists and educators have urged delaying the post-holiday return to school, or suggested reimposing a curfew. But France's education minister says schools should open as usual on January 3, and other government officials are working to avoid measures that would hammer the country's economic recovery. Instead, the French government is hoping that stepped-up vaccinations will be enough. The government is pushing a draft law that would require vaccination to enter all restaurants and many public venues, instead of the current health pass system which allows people to produce a negative test or proof of recovery if they're not vaccinated. In neighboring Belgium, the government imposed new measures starting Sunday that ordered cultural venues like movie theaters and concert halls to close. Some venues defied the ban, and thousands of performers, event organizers and others demonstrated Sunday in Brussels against the decision, carrying signs reading, "The show must go on," or "No culture, no future." They accused the Belgian government of double standards because it allowed Christmas markets, with their boisterous crowds and mulled wine drinking, to stay open, along with restaurants and bars. Even the scientific committee advising the Belgian government had not asked for the culture industry closures, leaving virologist Mark van Rans to ponder that, in Belgium, glowing beat culture. Meanwhile, in the Netherlands, the Dutch government has gone farther than most European countries and shut down all non-essential stores, restaurants and bars, and extended the school holidays in a partial new lockdown. In Britain, where the Omicron variant has been dominant for days, government requirements have been largely voluntary and milder than those on the continent, but the Conservative government said it could impose new restrictions after Christmas. The United Kingdom hit a new high of daily infections on Friday, but did not report figures for Christmas. Scotland, Wales and Northern Ireland imposed new restrictions Sunday on socialising, mainly limiting the size of gatherings, moves that the restaurant, pub and nightclub industries have described as economically devastating. Adblock test why.